Do you manage a private pension plan that is weighing you down? CFOs I speak with find their pensions confusing, frustrating, and totally out of their control. I'm here to tell you, you can take that control back. We've talked about how historically low interest rates have significantly increased pension liabilities. And there's quite a bit of debate over how those liabilities are calculated. Trust me, the nerdiest thing I have ever done is fall into a white paper debate between actuaries about discount rates. I came, after hours of research, to one conclusion. I, as an advisor, and you, as a pension plan sponsor, have very little to no control over how our pension liabilities are going to be calculated. So let's talk about what we can control, the investment side. For years, pension fund assets have been managed in a very stagnant 60-40 diversified portfolio. This type of investment strategy is return seeking. Ironically, you would think that the greater the return, the better the pension is, but it doesn't work that way with defined benefit plans. If the growth in the liability exceeds the growth in the portfolio, no matter how awesome it is, the funding status still worsens, and you, as the CFO, still have to put more money into the pension plan every year. Enter LDI, liability-driven investing. It's the latest buzzword in pension management, and it's here to help you take back control over your benefit plan. In its most simplistic form, LDI is the idea that we are not just return seeking. We are actually attempting to match the assets with the liabilities. We're attempting to correlate them in an effort to mitigate risk of those variables that could potentially increase liabilities, like interest rates. Now, many LDI managers use corporate bonds to fulfill this because most actuaries use the corporate bond interest rate when calculating the liability. However, it can get a little bit more complex with things like swaps and repurchase agreements. Don't get lost. I'm not asking you to be an investment specialist. We have CFAs for that. I'm asking you to reevaluate how you are approaching your company's pension plan. When you meet with your advisor, are you solely focusing on investment returns? Or are you having a conversation about projected liabilities? Is your advisor communicating with your actuary? How often is your actuary reporting to you your funded status? This, for many of you, could be the greatest negative on your balance sheet, and you're only looking at it once a year. What if I told you there are service providers that can provide a funding status report every quarter? We do this in personal financial planning. A retiree comes to us and they know specifically they need X amount of dollars every year from their investment accounts to fund their retirement. We as CFPs create a middle bucket to meet those projected needs. It's put in a more conservative investment strategy to insulate it and isolate it as much as possible from investing risk. And then we take the rest of the portfolio and invest it in a growth return-seeking strategy. This can be implemented in pension plans, and it should be. LDI investing is the first step for you as a company to take back control of this benefit. If you are looking for a more permanent solution to your pension plan, keep an eye out for the next video. I'm going to start breaking down at a high level how we unwind pension plans and hopefully eventually get that big elephant off your balance sheet. This is Jeannie Fisher, the 401k lady, DB lady.